This is my current iPad everyday carry and it has been my summer lightweight productivity EDC. I'll skip the items that I've covered in the past, which you can check out in my EDC playlist, and I'll make sure to have everything listed in details below. Alright, let's begin with the iPad itself. This is the 2021 M1 iPad Pro in 12.9 inches. I already have a few videos talking about this iPad, which I'll link below, but in a nutshell, this is my ultimate productivity machine. Aside from video editing, pretty much everything else is done on this tablet, which with its amazing screen, ridiculous performance, and tremendous battery is the tech item of the year for me. For now. To be as lightweight as possible, I avoided the Magic Keyboard this year. However, it was kind of awkward not having a trackpad once I got the smart keyboard Folio and being used to the Magic Keyboard. But being a much lighter and having this fabric-like cover on the keys, this item with its full-size keyboard is incredible and very productive to work on. The only thing that I miss from the Magic Keyboard so far is the flexibility of the tilt. The smart keyboard Folio has only 2 angle positions, but I'm glad that I can, flip it on the back and use the case and the tablet, as a tablet when needed. The worst thing about each Apple keyboard is the rubberized texture of the whole contraption, which, while durable, gets quite unpleasant to look at and touch over time. With that being said, for the first time I decided to try something different and ordered a Dbrand Skin for it, and wow, does it make a difference. I've used Dbrand Skins before and they all fit nicely, but I think if there's one product that is worth debranding, this is the exact one, this keyboard. The cameo skin that I chose complements the keyboard flawlessly. The textured cameo feeling makes me want to use the tablet even more. It's a badass combination, especially with a cool sticker like this. If you notice something interesting around the tablet's edges, that's because it is cradled in PITAKA's Mag Easy case. The aramid fabric case is exceptionally slim and lightweight, and it serves few purposes. First off, it protects the tablet's edges while preserving the Apple Pencil's magnetic functionality. Second, this case works with all Apple keyboards, making it perfect addition to the Magic Keyboard and the Smart Keyboard Folio. When I use the tablet detached from the keyboard, the case helps to grip the tablet even better. But the coolest part is the keyword Mag Easy. PITAKA have been the magnetic gurus for a long time now. They have a wide variety of magnetic solutions, this case being one of them. Check this out. When I decide to use the tablet on my desk, desk setup style, I just snap it on PITAKA's Mag Easy stand. Aside from looking absolutely futuristic and providing excellent angle adjustment, this stand also has an integrated G-pad for charging my smartphone and AirPods with active cooling, by the way. Talking about, conversions here. Moving on to the next thing in this EDC, which is my new iPhone mini, this time in white. Those who know me are familiar with my iPhone mini aspirations. I have to be honest that I couldn't wait until iPhone 13 released to come back to this form factor. I sold my 12 Pro Max and came back to the mini, and I don't regret it one bit. But I'll tell you more about this ludicrous switch in my bi-weekly newsletter, which you can sign up for up here. On the back of the iPhone mini, I always keep my beloved MOFT wallet and stand combo, which holds 4 cards and serves as the ultimate stand for my device. Having the ability to keep my mini propped in various positions when watching stuff and even attach it to walls using MOFT's magnetic adhesive attachment is borderline being spoiled. This $30 accessory is probably my most recommended product this year, putting Apple's own MagSafe wallet to shame. When I want to go analog, which happens when I try to organize my head and daily tasks, I resort to Bellroy's notebook cover. This small notebook and cover is the ultimate sophistication and inspiration. I am a huge fan of leather products, and I can appreciate the thought put into this product, like the internal debossing and the dedicated space for the custom designed pen called the Note Taker. And by the way, if you want something even more adorable, check out Bellroy's micro pen, which is definitely a conversation starter. This has to be the cutest item on this list. Using external storage for my 256GB iPad is almost a must. Hence a 2TB SanDisk Extreme Pro SSD, in most cases being a constant companion in my bag. I have few external solutions that I swap around, and this rugged drive is one of my favorites. Delivering speeds between 800 and 1000 megabytes per second, I can easily edit off of it and conduct all my other work. Now let's talk about charging. I finally got around to purchase an iPad Duo charger, which is too expensive to recommend, honestly. Nevertheless, wanting to carry as few items as possible, this was the missing piece in my bag. Having the option to charge the Mini, AirPods, and most of all my Apple Watch, this Apple charger is definitely worthwhile. Since I rock a titanium watch band, I can't lie down my watch flat to charge it, so raising it up is what sold me on this item. That and the fact that it takes almost no space in any bag. For the iPhone mini, this charger delivers 12 watts, which for this tiny battery of the phone is enough to fill it up nicely in a coffee break. On the other side of the charger, I always plug in the Unique's 66-watt Verge Pro charger. Having an AirPods footprint, this tiny white charger can top up all my devices with ease. It can even charge 2 MacBooks at 30 watts. One USB-C port is used to run power to the Apple Duo charger. Another goes straight into the iPad, leaving the regular USB port available for something unaccounted for. Moving on, I'm giving the AirPods Pro a second try since the last pair I had I gave to my wife. Back then, after using them for a while, they kept popping out of my ears, and I figured that my ears are not AirPods Pro worthy. Recently, my regular second generation AirPods got broken, so I decided to try and use the Pro again. Today, with lossless and spatial audio, they have a lot more value when watching or listening to something, so we'll see how it goes. When it comes to keys, there are 2 accessories that I can recommend. The Orbit key organizer is great for eliminating key rattles and bulk while also protecting the adjacent items. You can even order it with the company's V2 multi-tool, which is 9 tools in a one tiny one. From cutting boxes to opening bottles and even sanding things, this is one of the things that you'll never go without once you have it. The next key and bag accessory that I appreciate is Nomad's leather keychain that has space to accommodate an AirTag. Inside, I keep one of my AirTags, and I either keep this keychain in the bag or I carry it attached to my car keys. As with everything Nomad, I can appreciate the high quality Horween leather that patinas over time and looks better as time goes by. Everything except for the iPad goes into Bellroy's sling. When I don't have a reason to carry my messenger bag, this sling is perfectly capable of holding all the items and even more because it is expandable. The magnet clasp is handy and very satisfying to snap into place. I'm not a fan of slings in general, but this Bellroy one is definitely something that I can recommend. It doesn't look out of place, and in fact, it is very stylish and it comes in a massive variety of colors. If you enjoyed this video, you'd most likely find my iPad playlist useful. If you have any questions, feel free to list them in the comment section below or ping me on Twitter. And as always, it's been an absolute pleasure. This is Z, over and out.